What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of A Spark Ignited. I am your host, Danielle Nicole, and I am so excited you guys decided to join me today. Now, today, I was thinking of a number of different topics to discuss today. And I went from talking about an episode on pivoting and, the successes of pivoting and how you plan and prepare to pivot successfully. And then I thought about an episode on letting go of the past, how the past, holding on to the past holds you hostage and, it keeps you bound and pondering on things you cannot change because the past already happened. And when I started both episodes, I just did not feel connected to either one of them. Now, if you want to learn about pivoting, your girl is a career coach and life coach. I'd be happy to help you pivot. I definitely know how to do it and do it well. And when it comes to letting go of the past, it's something I've already done. And I'm nowhere near in that type of mind frame or mindset. So to speak on it when I'm so far removed from it didn't really feel natural to me, even though other people that may be listening to me today may be stuck there. I guess I'm not the one to come to today about that certain topic because it's just not on my heart to discuss. And I always want to come to my podcast honestly and transparently. And I know that this is episode 19, and I also know that episode 20 is my season finale. I guess I just announced it today. It was something I was going to announce after this episode was put out. But again, I speak from my heart and I speak transparently. And I'm so excited for episode 20 because I know exactly what I'm doing for episode 20. But to be honest with you guys, with episode 19, there was 3 different things that were supposed to happen that kind of fell through. So I was left with thinking of a topic to discuss really just on the fly. And that's just not how I operate at all. It's just not my way of doing. I am a planner. I'm not very spontaneous at all. I love to prepare and to prep so I can bring you guys, the best of the best. But today, I'm just gonna bring you guys me. And I hope that's something that you guys can ride with me on. Listen, the journey is never smooth. It's full of bumps and bruises. But I don't even consider this a bump. This is just life. So you guys sit back, relax, and unravel what today's episode may become. First of all, I just want to say that felt amazing. Because when I was done with the intro on the other 2 topics, I left saying, no, that's not it. I'm not feeling it. Let's try something else. Try the other topic. No, not feeling it. And when I just left you all with that opening, I said, yes, that's it right there, because it's just from the heart. I just literally cannot just create something just to create something. I'm either going to do it or I'm not going to do it at all. And I'm okay with bringing you guys me. I feel like I'm pretty funny. I ramble. I have a lot to talk about. I have a lot of knowledge, so this podcast can go anywhere. But yes, that felt so organic. And that's something that I needed to feel in order to move forward with today's episode. Now, just some different things, even touching on pivoting. Like I said, I offer career coaching and life coaching packages. It's something that I specialize in with helping young adults move into their professional careers. And it's something that I absolutely love doing. Whenever I was a manager, and I've been in leadership for a very long time, 20 years, aging myself, but it's just the truth. Every leadership job that I had, even when I started off as a leader, and I'll be honest with you, I probably shouldn't have been a leader when I first became a leader. I had a lot to learn. But once I did learn, my ins and outs on leadership, and I got to learn from someone who actually wanted to see me succeed and to see me move up and move forward in life, that was a game changer for me. And I wanted to pay it forward, and I actually wanted to pour into people the way that she poured into me. It became an absolute just passion of mine. And everyone that I took under my wings, whether they were an assistant of mine or a direct manager under me or whatever the case may be, my frontline workers, I wanted everyone that had the chance to work with me to become their best. I always let them know that good is never good enough. we are shooting for exceptional every single time we do something, because at the end of the day, we want to leave an impact on others. That professionalism is still out there, even though it's very few far and in between. But if you come into an establishment where I work and that I'm leading that path, everyone's going to be a professional, because listen, it's the way of the world. We have to treat people good. You know, that quote that Maya Angelou says, it's people always forget. They may forget what you say to them, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And I always wanted people that encountered me and encountered the people that I had, you know, the joy of helping to shape into a leader, to leave them feeling great about themselves and to leave them feeling like they had like an incredible experience at our establishment because they got to work with us in particular. That's something that I'll always be passionate about. I love giving humans the human experience of just true professionalism and joy and happiness, and just really showing people that people can actually love where they work. And when Danielle Nicole grows and expands and I'm able to hire on staff, I'm going to have a team of people that love working for Danielle Nicole, not only because I want to create more leaders and just shape them to be their best selves, but I want to have a group of employees that actually love their job and mean it. It doesn't mean that I'm a lenient boss by any means and I just let people get away with whatever. Obviously, it doesn't mean that. However, there's some balance to it all. I'm a lot of fun and I love to have a great time, but I'm super professional and I love to get the job done and get it done well. So just to touch on pivoting and helping people pivot into, you know, the best careers of their lives, that's something that I'm really, really, really passionate about. As far as letting go of the past, touching on what I was going to talk about today, letting go of the past is just amazing, and it's very detrimental to your life if you choose to hold on to it. The past happened. We can't do the past. We can't change anything. All we can do from the past is to learn from it. Every lesson learned from the past is going to help shape you into the person that you become today. And you need to be proud of that person. Take every lesson learned, apply it, and execute it in a way that you be proud of. Listen, the past is something I don't even for real think about. It's so much that I forget because I do not think of the past. That's just how much I am in the present moment and in my future planning. And I advise you guys today, if that's something that you guys are doing, let go of it today. Find the help that you need to help you let go of the past and really walk into your future, because that's waiting for you. The past has already happened. It's gone. But yeah, other than that, where I am today, you guys, it's just such a healthy mental state of being. And I really thank God for bringing me to this place. I have fought really hard to have this mindset, to be honest with you, and to really fight for, really letting go of imposter syndrome, and that, success is for others, not for me. And the success that I'm feeling and experiencing is not really me experiencing this. It's something, you guys. Imposter syndrome is one of the weirdest things you could ever feel. It's like it's an outer body experience. Like, I feel that I'm doing the work, but when it comes to feeling the joys of the work that I'm being celebrated for, I almost feel like, what are you guys telling me congratulations for? Like, I didn't do anything, and it's so funny to say out loud, but I promise you guys, every time I say thank you to someone saying congratulations, it's one of those things where it's like, oh my goodness, you guys. Like, and I think, honestly, just to be honest with you guys, I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I love that people want to celebrate, my successes and, to really, take in on this journey with me. But when I see it, because in my head, I'm still in my head some, I'm like, there's just so much more work to do. And there's just so much more that I'm wanting to actually accomplish and to see unfold. And, to be honest with you, I really got to fight to get away from that. Like, the imposter syndrome is slowly going away. I'm chipping away at it. But I have to learn to celebrate all that's happening around me, because I really be tripping out like when people be saying congratulations. I promise you this is not, I'm not just saying it's just to say it. Like I talk to my close friends and my husband about this and I be like, okay guys, like that's enough of that, but thank you again. I really do appreciate it. I don't want to sound ungrateful by any means. I am very grateful. Just learning how to, celebrate me when you guys are celebrating me. Only because I feel like there's just so much more that I want to do and accomplish. So I feel like when I get to that certain place, then I'll be ready to celebrate. But you guys, that's just a tale because I'm at a place right now that I was really praying to be at, and I'm still saying the same thing. So this is exactly why we have to celebrate milestones and celebrate every win, because we'll always tell ourselves, when I get to the next, then. How about now? Yeah, celebrate right now, because guess what? Time is an illusion. We don't know how much time we have, but I do know that I have right now, so I better celebrate it, right? And it's something that I teach to people all the time, but you know how that whole saying goes, practice what you preach, practicing it every single day. It's like, I know what's best for others, and I know what's best for me too, but it's like, okay, again, just really just taking those lessons and applying it to my life as well. Not just giving and pouring into everyone else, but pouring back into myself as well, and being okay to celebrate, just some dope things that's been happening, you guys. And I'll do a recap on the next episode because that's really what it's all about. Along with a few other things, there's some really cool announcements. But you guys, God has been so good to me and my family, and I'm just really taking it all in. I'm taking all in of, the journey. I'm embracing the journey full force and head on. And, when things seem to go astray or go in a way where I never thought possible, whether that's something that's wonderful or the complete opposite, I'm learning to just look at the lesson attached to it. And because I have that mindset right now, I haven't been able to be just really down about anything. I'm just embracing everything that comes with this journey and trusting God in this process, and really leaning on Him more than anything. I feel like for the first time in my life for a long time, because I had stages of leaning on God wholeheartedly and heavily, and then I'll kind of ease up. God's always in my life, don't get that wrong, but I'll ease up and kind of lean more on friends. And now I lean more on God and my husband. Those are the two sources that I go to for just help and guidance and pure love and understanding. I know God's got me obviously 1000%. He's never going to lead me astray. And I know that I have a husband that loves me so much that he wants the absolute best for me. So because I know these things to be true and I don't have to question it at all, that has been where I resided when I feel a little uneasy about certain things. But you guys, I'm just really thankful and grateful. I said grateful and thankful at the same time. I said thankful. But I'm just really thankful and grateful for, just the gift of embracing the present moment. Because like I said before, God is just so good to me and my family. Something I haven't discussed, and that I'll just have a little bit of breaking news here today. And some of you might have already then figured it out. But I am now a full-time entrepreneur, which means I'm not working for anyone else. And that has been the scariest leap I've ever taken in life thus far. Because there's nothing like having a safety net. I don't care what anyone says. Knowing those bi-weekly checks are coming in and what amount they'll be brings a certain amount of peace to your life. But at the same time, you guys, if I'm 100% with you, I have definitely had my days of feeling like, what am I doing? Am I ready for this? Is this the moment for me? Is this the time? But then I think back on when God told me 2 years ago to do this. And a year ago, He said it so boldly a year ago. And the fact that I didn't listen then still blows my mind. But I know without a shadow of a doubt that this is the journey that I'm supposed to be on. And I'm meant to be on in this stage in my life. And I really hope that this is something that God wants me to do for the rest of my life, because I really love working for myself and planning my path and following his blueprint, and doing my due diligence, of course, and, meeting God halfway, because you don't just, God, like I said before, God's not a genie. He's just not gonna wave a magic wand and then you're 100% successful, known all over the world. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. You still have to crawl before you walk. But Lord knows that this has just felt so organic. And I've been at peace, even in my times of fearfulness and just feeling like, oh God, am I doing this right? I think I'm supposed to feel that way. I'd be lying if I said anyone that ever leaped into such a, huge role in life didn't feel this a time or two or three or four. Like it's just going to come with the territory of this step in my life, being a full-time entrepreneur. But I will say that everything has just fallen into place seamlessly, and the alignment of where I am right now with the book tour and, going on news segments and, going out of town and, speaking into schools and everything that I have coming up, the alignment couldn't have been more perfect, which means that, listen, I'm on the right path. And just because things are a little scary and, your net 60 and your net 90 days from these book sales is a little long, but it's going to all pay off in the end. I'm trusting it all. And thank God that I have a husband that trusts this process along with me and believes in me wholeheartedly. And I believe in myself as well. And I believe that when you have self-belief and your husband believes in you just as much as you believe in yourself, if not more, and then you have God that's saying go for it, you really have all the ingredients you need to take on this next journey in your life and really go at it full force. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm never resting on my laurels. I get up every single day. I've created business hours. I'm really rocking and rolling this thing, and I'm just really surprised and I'm taken aback at how much I've done on my own, to be honest with you. I haven't had a mentor until this very last couple weeks where I had someone come into my life that wanted to offer guidance and to offer to help me because he wants to see me elevate and evolve into the person that I'm trying to be and that he can see me being as well. So that has been really, really awesome as well. But before all of that and just really taking this into my own hands has just been really awesome and incredible to see. I'm just like, girl, you can do this. You can do anything. And I do believe that I can do anything. And thank God for making me an extrovert, because I'm not afraid to talk to people and to sell myself and the products that I have and what it is that I'm trying to convey and the impact I want to make on the world. They all believe me at the end of the day, because I believe me at the end of the day. And I know that it's something that God put me in this world to do. And I believe that people can feel that after they talk to me and speak with me, and which is why they hired me on to do a lot of the things that I've only dreamt of doing. It has just been an incredible journey thus far. And again, it doesn't come without my days of feeling like, Lord, what am I doing? Help. But at the same time, I'm just so grateful and eternally happy from the inside out that I finally pulled the plug and I finally am just like, we're doing this. We're giving it our all. We're giving it 100%, and we're not half-stepping it any step of the way. Thinking about this episode and what I've been talking about today, I guess we really focused in on entrepreneurship and my journey thus far on this journey. And I'm really, really happy. And I just want to let you guys know now, if you're thinking about jumping into entrepreneurship, I am a faith-based woman, so I'm going to ask God what it is that he wants me to do in my life before I do anything as huge as step into a role like this. So my advice, obviously, the first thing is to seek God and to ask for his guidance and then go from there. But if he gives you the okay, he gives you the green light, you guys, you don't want to jump in and just have no plan. You do want to strategize. You do want to prepare yourself for the journey that you are trying to take. You do want to map out some things. You want to map out me. I'm like I said, I'm a planner and I like to prepare. So I mapped out my entire year and I plan to do that for the rest of my life. But I believe that you could probably map out, the first 6 months or so. But because I am someone that just thinks beyond, a year makes me feel safe and like, okay, I'm going to be having income at least for a year, and then after that, we'll work on the next year and so on. But you want to have a plan in place. You don't want to do this blindfoldedly, and you just don't want to do it just to do it. Listen, entrepreneurship is no joke, okay? It's not. It takes you just showing up for yourself each and every day. There are no sick days of, where you can just call in on a sick day and still get paid for it. You sick, you ain't getting paid for it. So your work that you put in is going to be the outcome of your pay at the end of the day. That's what I believe anyway. So of course, at the end of the day and beginning of the day, seek God first before you step into a role like this and make sure that it is your journey. But when you do get that okay, you better go for it, and go for it in every way possible. Like, don't half step yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't say that you don't have what it takes, and all these different things that make us feel like we can't do something. Listen, we can do anything we put our minds to, and we're willing to work hard for. So if this is your destiny and God said yes to do it, give it everything you got. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed hearing me just kind of pivot on how I wanted to do today's episode, and just really enjoyed hearing my journey thus far on my entrepreneurship journey, the steps that I've taken, and, just touching on a little things of how to pivot and, letting go of the past to get to a place like entrepreneurship. Look at God. Look how he did that. God really is amazing, because in my heart and soul, I was just like, I'm not talking about that today. I really don't feel it. But then it kind of led into this conversation. He works everything together for your good. And I truly believe that, because look how this episode unfolded. You guys, you see it in real time. And this is why I love to discuss things in real time, because of moments like this that just happened. That wasn't even planned. Thank you, God. You really are amazing. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. As always, you can get me every Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts, and every Wednesday, expect the visual on YouTube. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my podcast, and also rate it 5 stars. It's going to really help me get to more people. And on YouTube, if you can help to share the podcast as well, it's going to help my channel grow significantly. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.